A lot of the discussion has focused on home rule, over exactly how much right does D.C. have to govern itself. For many of the folks we caught up with, this really is a bigger fight than just a missed paycheck. Council members, they are going one by one, deciding on their final votes on this bill.
Would any of this impact D.C. on a local level?
Well, in terms of D.C.'s local government, no. And that's because of a D.C. law that separates the local government from the federal government. Now, for the president's take, he would not commit to requiring that all workers get back pay. For many federal workers, this is their first paycheck with virtually nothing in it. So it's really starting to make a dent in their bank accounts.
It's alarming, it's scary, it's terrifying.
James Kerwin has worked for the federal government for 3.5 years, but now, for the very first time, he's not getting a full paycheck.
The paychecks that went out a week or two ago, it was about half pay, maybe 70 to 80% for a lot of folks, but this is the first round of paychecks that, $0 attached to it.
James is among the hundreds of thousands of federal workers doing without as the government shutdown ends its 23rd day.
I have somewhere around $130,000 left on law school loans to pay. I also have my rent to pay, I have my utilities to pay, everything. So not getting paychecks for an extended period, it's scary.
James says he's dipping into his little savings, and he knows people taking advantage of help out there, from food assistance to loans.
We are dispersing every day to our members who are missing paychecks.
Navy Federal Credit Union is among several financial groups offering 0% APR loans to eligible members.
This program in particular is really designed to bridge that gap and make sure that they are not having to face financial difficulties while the government is shut down.
We have more information on those loan programs on our website, WJLA.com. But for people like James, they can't participate because they're not members. So he's hoping that more banks step up in the meantime to help out while the shutdown continues. A lot fewer customers, and that's really because so many of their regulars are federal workers. And with so many workers on furlough right now, that means fewer people popping in to grab lunch or grab that cup of coffee.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And Sweet Lemon Cafe has been making a lot of lemonade lately, metaphorically speaking.
When I realized it will be shut down, I was so scared. I thought it will be just like no business at all. But we still have a little business.
Oksana Tran's Cafe is near the Senate office buildings, where sidewalks once bustling with lunch foot traffic now are bustling with leaves.
So our sale decreased, of course. What I expected, it will decrease like in half, but thanks, it's not in half, it's just like 15%.
Could be worse, but could be better. Oksana says she had to let an employee go because of the shutdown and make another one part-time.
I just cannot afford. You're still paying all expenses.
Oksana is far from alone in this.
We're hearing the horror stories on a regular basis.
Carl Brown heads the D.C. Small Business Development Center.
Of course, it affects all of the restaurants, all of the stores, because now you have less foot traffic.
He says now is the time for D.C. small businesses to buckle down and redirect funds to getting through the shutdown.
Last 3 weeks, I don't pay myself.
That's Oksana's focus, the bottom line.
Medium size?
She's thankful for the customers she does have and hoping the shutdown ends soon.
All businesses suffer, and it's not only my business.
42 million Americans get food assistance from the federal government, and we're told if this political stalemate lasts for much longer, those benefits could run dry.
In our region alone, there are 400,000 people who rely on SNAP benefits to support their nutritional needs.
Radha Mathia heads the Capital Area Food Bank. She knows if people lose their SNAP benefits to buy food, they'll rely on food pantries even more, and they're already stretched thin.
There's no way that we can close the gap and address all of the meal needs if people are not to get their SNAP benefits in November.
A SNAP administrator sent out a letter earlier this month calling on state agencies to halt SNAP benefits for November. But Ty Jones-Cox with the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says there's another way.
There actually is money to cover November benefits.
She's talking about pulling from SNAP's estimated $6 billion contingency fund. That wouldn't cover everything, so she's also calling on the USDA to transfer funds like they did for the WIC program, which specifically feeds mothers and their children. Actions Ty tells me the USDA can take without congressional approval. So I asked the USDA about those options. A spokesperson those questions directly, but sent a statement essentially calling on Democrats to reopen the government so food programs won't be impacted.
There is money, and what we need is the administration to access that money so that we make sure that millions of families across the country are not worried about where's their fund, where's their money going to come in come November.